Hey everyone, this is Adam, and today I'm going to be showing you a quick tutorial on how to export your HTML email designs from Figma to the Yotpo email marketing platform using the Emailify Figma plugin. So to get started, all we need to do is go to our Figma file, click on the little resources icon and search for Emailify, so that's Emailify. And under the plugins tab, if you click on the Emailify item, you can run the plugin by either clicking on this run button here, or I'd recommend clicking on the save icon here to save it to your plugins list for easy access. So I've already clicked on the little save icon, so I'm just going to go to my Figma canvas, right click anywhere, go down to plugins, then go down to saved plugins and click on the Emailify item. And that's just going to run the plugin we saved a second ago. So if you're new to the plugin, the way that it works is it helps you to design HTML emails in Figma and then automatically export those to production-ready HTML directly from the plugin. So to get started, I'm just going to create a brand new template called My Template and click on Add New Emailify Container. And that's going to add a little Emailify frame to your page that we can now start populating with components. So I'm not going to be going through all of the design features in the plugin today, but if you're interested in learning more about that, I'd highly recommend checking out the other videos on the YouTube channel or going to the Emailify documentation site. But today I'm just going to be creating a really simple template, just using some of the components here, which I'm not going to be customizing too much. You can obviously go through and customize the design to your liking, but I'm just going to create a really simple one just to show you how to upload this to the Yotpo platform. So once you've got your email design ready to go, the last thing you need to do is just go to the footer tab, and underneath platforms, you just want to scroll right down to the bottom and find the letter Y, and you'll see the Yotpo footer option. So just go ahead and click on that little component option here. And what that's going to do is it's going to populate the required links and the required full address. So these are required fields in the Yotpo platform. So you can see if I go to the navigation link here, you'll notice that the unsubscribe URL is automatically pre-populated, and same with the view in browser link and the store full address variable, which is required as well. So you just want to make sure that's added in there. You can again customize this to your own liking design-wise, but you just want to make sure that you've got those footer links in there before we export our template. So once you've got that designed the way you like, you can preview the email by clicking on the little preview icon in the plugin, and that's going to allow you to view the HTML rendered on desktop and mobile. So you can see this is real HTML. This is what the code's going to look like when it gets exported. So you can customize that. Again, you can do things like add mobile overrides. So if you go into the settings panel, you can override things like font size or padding on mobile. But again, I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm just going to be leaving everything as the default and using this template that I'm happy with now. So once you've got your template the way that you want it, you can just go ahead and click on the Export HTML button in the plugin. And by default, this is going to be on the HTML email option, which is just the default option. But we want to go down to the platform integration section down here. And we're going to, again, scroll all the way down to the bottom, find the Yotpo option, click on that. And now we can populate our subject line. So we can put in my test subject and pre-header text. So this is the text that shows up next to the subject line or under the subject line in the email client. So we can just put in the pre-header text here. And then once you're ready to go, you can just click on the export for Yotpo button, and that's going to automatically generate all of the HTML code, upload the images, and give us this button that says download your zip file. So once it says that the code's ready to download, just go ahead and click on download your zip file, save that anywhere to your computer. So once you've double clicked on that zip file and unzipped it, you just want to open up the folder here, and you'll see that our template has now been exported in this index.html file inside of the folder that we named our template. So in this case, it's just called My Template. So you can see a preview of that by opening up the previews.html file, and this will give you a preview of that on desktop and mobile as a nice little preview page, which you can send to clients for approval and things like that. But for the email itself, that is this index.html file inside of the folder here. So we want to grab that index.html file, and you can see this is our exported email ready to go. So we're going to leave that open because we're going to grab this HTML code in a second. But next you want to log into the Yotpo platform, and you want to navigate down to the email templates page on the left-hand side here. So underneath campaigns, in this little menu here, you want to click on email templates, and that's going to load up this page here. And what you want to do is just go to the My Templates tab and click on Start from Scratch. And we're not going to use the visual editor. We're going to click on this middle option called HTML editor, and that's going to allow us to paste in the custom code we just exported from Figma. So we're going to click on the HTML editor option, then click on Next. And once that loads up, we're basically going to remove all of the default code that's included here. So we're just going to highlight all of that code and delete it. I'm going to get rid of all of that and go back to our index.html file, which we opened from the folder here. And we're just going to right click anywhere outside of that email on the page and just click on View Page Source. So we're going to click on View Page Source, and we're going to select all of that. So we're just going to select it all by doing Command A or Control A if you're on Windows, and copy that to your clipboard, and then just go back to Yotpo. And in the editor, we're just going to paste that in here. So I'm just going to paste all of that code we just copied directly into the Yotpo editor, and you can see that's loaded everything up in here. So all of our HTML that we just exported from Emailify is now in Yotpo, and you can see that the unsubscribe links added in there, the view and browser links added in there, and the full address variable is added in there as well. So we shouldn't get any issues when we now save this. So I'm just going to click on Save and Close. So there's a button at the top here. I'll just move that down so you can see it. So we've got Save and Close. So just go ahead and click on that. And once that saves, you can see here that it's now included the template under our My Templates list. So we can now use that to create a campaign or any other kind of flow that we want inside of the Yotpo platform. So we can load that up again. So if you want to open up the preview, you can preview that here. So we can just look at that preview. And you'll notice that the unsubscribe link and the view in browser link at the bottom of my window there are being populated. So that's looking really good. That's exactly what we want. So now that we've got that ready to go, you can basically, as I said, use this to do whatever you want. So you can go ahead and click on this create button here and create a campaign from it. You can populate the email subject. So as we saw before, we populated the email subject in the plugin. So this basically adds it to the title tag. So if you click on the view in browser link, that's what's going to show up, but you'll just need to also re-add that into the Yotpo field here. So you just want to paste that into your subject line. And if you've already added the preview text or the pre-header text in Emailify, you don't need to re-add it in Yotpo. So just leave that blank if you've already added it in here. Otherwise, it's going to double up that text by adding it in both places. If you haven't added it in here when you exported the HTML, then feel free to add it in Yotpo instead. But you basically just want to add it in either one or the other, or it's going to double it up. So just wanted to quickly flag that. And then once you're ready to send, you can obviously schedule that for later or send it now. But that's basically how you get the template turned into a campaign, which you can then send out to a list. And you can do things like test sends beforehand. So I'd recommend doing that with a platform like Litmus or just sending a test to yourself. But yeah, that's basically what you want to be doing. So yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to quickly run through that end-to-end flow for designing and exporting HTML templates from Figma and getting those into the Yotpo platform as custom HTML templates. That's going to be the best way to do it. The platform doesn't have an API to automate this at the moment, so you will have to copy and paste that into your email templates. But once you've got that saved as a template, you can then reuse that as many times as you want. Again, just by going back to email templates, clicking on My Templates, and then going from there. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you as always for watching, and we'll be back with more Figma tutorials like this one very soon.